1. Devastating flash floods in central Texas, 81 dead, 41 missing. 2. Texas floods, were warnings adequate? Analyzing the tragedy. 3. San Angelo flood debris, FEMA sorting rules to avoid losing federal aid. 4. Tribute to Tanya Burwick, San Angelo Walmart mourns beloved employee. 1. Devastating flash floods in central Texas, 81 dead, 41 missing. Heartbreak strikes central Texas, unprecedented flash floods leave families in limbo and communities reeling. Central Texas is still grappling with the devastation caused by Friday's catastrophic flash floods along the Guadalupe River corridor, and the situation is far from settled. Officials admit they don't yet have an accurate count of how many people remain missing, and the death toll continues to rise. Here's the latest: the confirmed fatalities have reached 81 as of Sunday afternoon, including at least 28 children. But here's where it gets controversial: every new number sent out by authorities seems to shift, fueling debate over whether local emergency systems were truly prepared for such a sudden disaster. And this is the part most people miss: behind every statistic are real families waiting for word. In Kerr County alone, where rescuers have focused much of their search and recovery work, 68 lives were lost. Among those unaccounted for are 11 girls from Camp Mystic, an all-girls summer camp nestled beside the swollen Guadalupe River. 3 students from North Texas have been confirmed among the recovered bodies, but loved ones of the others remain on edge. Governor Greg Abbott reported Sunday that 41 individuals are still officially listed as missing. Yet on the ground, emergency managers struggle to reconcile new reports from relatives with the names on the county's roster, a disconnect that has frustrated residents and relatives alike. How you can help? If you're looking to provide support, 2 main channels have been vetted by local authorities. American Red Cross Disaster Relief: financial gifts here go toward shelter, meals, essential supplies, emotional support, and recovery planning. To donate, visit redcross.org and follow the link for Texas flood relief. Community Foundation of the Texas Hill Country Relief Fund. This 501c3 charity has established a dedicated fund for local response and recovery. All contributions are tax-deductible and go directly to vetted organizations helping on the front lines. You can learn more and give online at cftexashillcountry.fcsuite.com, select Fund ID 4201. Both agencies emphasize that every dollar makes a real difference in addressing immediate needs and rebuilding stronger foundations. So here's a question to ponder: should disaster relief rely more heavily on large national organizations, or should local community foundations take the lead? And are we doing enough to ensure accurate, real-time reporting of missing persons in such chaotic circumstances? Share your thoughts and experiences below. Your perspectives matter now more than ever. 2. Texas floods, were warnings adequate? Analyzing the tragedy. The devastating Texas floods, a question of warning and preparation. The recent flash floods in Texas have left a trail of destruction and loss of life, with nearly 80 people killed and many more missing. As the rescue efforts continue, questions are being raised about whether adequate flood warnings were provided and why people weren't evacuated before the deluge. In this article, we'll delve into the early warnings that were issued, the controversy surrounding the National Weather Service's (NWS) forecasts, and the U.S. government's response to the tragedy. ***, what early warnings did flood-hit Texas receive? ***. The flash floods began on Thursday night and continued into Friday morning, with meteorologists saying several months' worth of rain fell in just a few hours. Within the space of 45 minutes, the Guadalupe River rose by 26 feet 8 meters, causing it to burst its banks. So, what warnings were issued and when? On Wednesday, the Texas Division of Emergency Management, TDEM, activated state emergency response resources because of increased threats of flooding in parts of west and central Texas. On Thursday afternoon, the National Weather Service, NWS, issued a flood watch that highlighted Kerr County, central Texas, as a place at high risk of flash flooding overnight. At 1:14 local time, 6:14 Greenwich Mean Time, on Friday, a flash flood warning was issued for Kerr County. Asterisk at 4:03 local time, 9:30 Greenwich Mean Time, an emergency flash flood warning was issued for Kerr County, followed by another for the Guadalupe River at 5:34. Asterisk asterisk was there a failure to warn people, asterisk asterisk. At a news conference on Sunday, Governor Greg Abbott said people in Texas are used to flash flood warnings. But there's no expectation of a water wall of almost 30 feet high, he added. Nim Kidd, chief of the Texas Division of Emergency Management, told reporters that some areas have no cell phone coverage, and even with multiple alert systems, people may not receive warnings. Kerrville City Manager Dalton Rice said that the public can get desensitized to too many weather warnings. He didn't notice any problems and thought it was only raining lightly at 3:30 Friday when he went jogging along the Guadalupe River Trail. However, by 5:20, the water had risen so fast we almost weren't able to get out of the park, he said. Asterisk asterisk did staff shortages at the National Weather Service affect flood warnings, asterisk asterisk. Before the tragedy, there had been concerns over the Trump administration's budget cuts to the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, NOAA, the government agency that operates the National Weather Service. The fiscal year 2026 budget includes cuts and closures of some weather research laboratories, while the Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE, has slashed hundreds of employees at NOAA and the NWS. Meteorologists in the U.S. and elsewhere have expressed concerns over reduced number of weather balloons that observe wind, relative humidity, and pressure above the ground. They claim that budget cuts have resulted in 20% fewer weather balloons being released for such observations, impacting the accuracy of weather forecasting. However, Tom Fahey, legislative director of the NWS Employees Organization, told NBC News that the WFO's weather forecasting offices had adequate staffing and resources as they issued timely forecasts and warnings leading up to the storm. Jason Runyon, a meteorologist in the National Weather Service office, said their office had extra staff on duty at the time of the storms, 5, instead of the usual 2. Asterisk asterisk how has the U.S. government responded to questions about flood preparedness, asterisk asterisk. Asked whether the tragedy was due to fundamental failure by the government to provide early warnings, U.S. Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem said the weather is difficult to predict, but that President Donald Trump was seeking to modernize the current system. In response to questions during a Sunday press conference about the impact of cuts to the NWS, she said that she would carry your concerns back to the federal government. Over the years, the NWS had done well, Noem said, but we know that everybody wants more warning time, and that's why we're working to upgrade the technologies that have been neglected for far too long. Noem said that it was difficult for forecasters to predict how much rain would fall, but that the Trump administration would make it a priority to upgrade the technology used to deliver warnings. 3. San Angelo flood debris, FEMA sorting rules to avoid losing federal aid. Asterisk asterisk San Angelo calls for FEMA-required debris sorting amid flooded landfill challenges asterisk asterisk. San Angelo, Texas, following unprecedented flooding, San Angelo's landfill is currently submerged, leading city officials to suspend most waste disposal activities. They are urging residents to meticulously sort through flood debris to avoid jeopardizing federal assistance. We must adhere to the guidelines set forth by FEMA, stated Mayor Tom Thompson. Shane Kelton, the executive director of Public Works, emphasized the importance of compliance. If we fail to follow these FEMA-mandated protocols for sorting and disposing of waste correctly, the financial burden will ultimately fall on our community members. At this time, only trucks from Republic Services are permitted access to the landfill, as efforts to pump out water from the new cell at the site are ongoing around the clock. This information was shared in a recent video featuring Mayor Thompson, Kelton, and City Manager Daniel Valenzuela. Residents who are in the process of clearing out their damaged homes are required to categorize debris into designated piles. These include construction materials such as sheetrock and lumber, white goods, which refer to large appliances, electronics, bagged household waste. It is crucial to note that hazardous materials, including paints, fuels, and chemicals, should not be left at the curb. To ensure that streets remain accessible for trucks and emergency services, debris should be placed behind the curb or at the edge of the pavement. Contractors have initiated assessments and anticipate beginning debris pickups within a week to 10 days, prioritizing the areas most severely affected, such as South Bell Street. Valenzuela has also encouraged residents to keep a detailed record of all damages for potential aid. Document everything, the damages, the water lines, and all occurrences, he advised. We are here to support you and ensure that everyone receives the assistance they need. For further information and visual guides on how to sort debris, residents can visit sanangelo.gov/July 4. **** Subscribe to the Live. Daily ****. The Live Daily serves as the newspaper delivered to your inbox for San Angelo. Each edition is packed with essential information, including weather updates, the popular top of the email opinion column, news from across Texas, local stories from San Angelo Live, upcoming events, and the latest obituaries. Subscribers receive this informative email 5 days a week, and on Sundays, they also get the West Texas Real Estate Live newsletter. 4. Tribute to Tanya Burwick, San Angelo Walmart mourns beloved employee. San Angelo Walmart mourns Tanya Burwick, who lost her life in a devastating flood. San Angelo, Texas, Concho Valley homepage, https://conchovalleyhomepage.com. The Walmart family is mourning the loss of Tanya Burwick, a cherished employee who passed away recently. Tanya had been a part of the store since its opening in 2015, and her influence was felt by all who worked with her. Tanya's dedication, warmth, and spirit made her an invaluable member of the team. Over the years, she built lasting relationships with both colleagues and customers, playing a key role in the store's success and community. Her dedication, warmth, and spirit touched so many of us over the years, a store spokesperson said. She will be truly missed by all who had the pleasure of knowing and working with her. The store has extended heartfelt condolences to Tanya's family, friends, and loved ones during this difficult time. In honor of her memory, plans are underway for a tribute to recognize the ways in which Tanya helped shape the store and its team. Our thoughts are with her family, friends, and loved ones during this difficult time, the spokesperson added. We will honor her memory and the many ways she has helped shape our store, our team, and our Walmart family. Tanya's legacy will continue to inspire and resonate with everyone who had the privilege of working alongside her.